First time entering the tube. It's taking everything in. Hi folks, and welcome to day 2 of our London vlog. If you missed day 1, I'll put a link to that down in the description below. The playlist will be down there as well, so you can get caught up on the whole thing if you want to. But we have just woken up on our, I was going to say seafront. That's not the sea, that's the river. That's the River Thames. That's the O2 down there, they're the cable cars, and just over there is the XL, where I am going to be heading a little bit later on today because VidCon London is taking place over there. But before we head to VidCon, I have promised Andy, because he has been asking all week to go and have a look at the O2. We've just gone into his bedroom now just to see if he's awake. We might even be able to see him because this is Andy's bedroom window. He was kind of just, I don't think you can see him. He was kneeling on his top bunk bed looking out the window, because just over there in the distance, just where you've got the cable cars going over, you can just see the DLR going past every now and again, and he's just sat there watching the trains. I don't know how long he's been up for, but we're going to go and get some breakfast into all of us, and then we're going to head out, show him the O2, show him anything else he wants to see, and then there's a plane taking off there, and then I'm heading over to VidCon with the girls. And then later on today we're going to meet back up again. So I'm going to go in because you won't be able to hear me with that plane making all that noise. Breakfast time, which means croissants, toast, there's some waffle things around, not his waffles, which is causing all sorts of confusion, and beverages. I don't know where Anna's gone. I think Anna's just upstairs doing her makeup because she's afraid of breakfast pastries because of her gluten intolerance and lactose intolerance. She knows if she's around all these delicious breakfast foods, she'll eat them and then suffer for the rest of the weekend. But the time it's taken us to get dressed and shoes on, it's come over all gloomy and rainy. Yeah. Andy, where are we going? We're going to the O2, that's right, to have a little look. Have you seen these cable cars here?
Then we go home.
We can go back after the O2. Yeah, we'll just go and have a little look. So the plan, as far as Andy's concerned for this weekend, is just to really acclimatise him to London, because he's only been down here once before, which was a last minute thing when we just came down and took him on the London Eye and then went home. But obviously we'd like him to be able to join us more on the trips that we come down for. So these two aren't going to be coming into the event at all. There's no pressure on them to specifically do anything. But anything he shows an interest in, we'll just take him out, have a little look. He can stay out for as long as he wants to. He can then go back to the house for a bit, chill out. It was the main motivation. That and money behind getting the Airbnb. It's obviously a cheaper solution, but also perfect for having a weekend like this. And there's a little play area out the front, which is awesome.
Well, are you ready?
You having a climb?
Yeah.
I didn't see any of this last night. There was loads of like benches with fairy lights on that I saw in the dark, but I didn't see any of the play area.
After O2, then we go back home. Yeah. Yeah. Home at Burrito. Home at 1 o'clock. Home at 9 o'clock.
Have you found a special chair?
Yeah, I have so.
An excellent looking chair. Apparently that's what you want to look at, the Thames barrier, which is over there somewhere. Over there, look. You can just sort of see it bobbing out of the river. What is it? It's the O2. Well, in all my years coming to London, I've never been in a lift in the O2 before. He was always going to find it. I imagine that's why he wanted to come here. He probably knew it was here. I didn't know they had lifts in here.
See something, say something.
Is that good? Yeah. And there's Mummy having gone up the sparkly stairs. We might have to get a big TV like this for home. He seems to like it. He really likes these big TV screens that are running the O2 ads. He likes company logos, he likes phone companies. He's always telling us about T-Mobile and O2, so I think he's just enjoying being in a big building dedicated to one of the things he's interested in, with signs about it everywhere. You want to go back home now, do you? He's had a look and now wants to leave. Anna wants to buy shoes. What for you? Yeah, we'll wait out here and watch this big telly. Anna's going in Skechers to buy some shoes. Got yourself another pair of Skechers? Yes. We'll have a look at them when we get back, but I want you to see something over here. The selfie factory. How do I not know that exists? It's got a ball pit and all sorts of cool stuff in it. 30 minutes in there for $5.99. Fill up your Instagram for a month.
I've seen it on TikTok.
Well, he's just spotted the bowling alley behind me and decided that's where we're coming for tea tomorrow. So I guess we're having a bowl of chips and a bit of bowling for our Sunday night tea, which sounds awesome. Thankfully, in the circumstances, I need to get over to the XL. We didn't notice there's a trampoline park right there, because after last weekend, I think it was, at the inflatable park, he would be all over that. Is it good then, Andy? We can go, come again, yeah. We'll come again tomorrow. Yeah. I don't really know what he's got out of that experience, but he seems to have really enjoyed himself. He wants to come back again very soon. He doesn't really want to leave. He's a big fan of the O2. If anyone's got any suggestions as to why he likes it so much, let us know down in the comments. I think it's purely the logo and stuff, because he likes logos and brands and things. And of course, unusual buildings like churches and stuff. So I guess it's like a combination of all the things he really likes. Thanks for the support as a channel member, Edward Himsworth. Lunch eaten, and much later than planned, I am now heading over to the XL for VidCon. I'm only going to be there for a couple of hours today. I have spies in there telling me I'll only need a couple of hours, so fingers crossed it'll fingers crossed it won't be awesome. What a crazy thing to say, but we've got so much we want to do. I think if I'd have been using my brain, we probably would have done, I'd have just come down for VidCon this weekend and then we could have done a separate trip to London, but then on the flip side of that, we couldn't have done both. We couldn't have afforded both, so it makes sense to do a trip this way. The girls and Owen are going to head over in a little while. They're still not ready at 12:30, so I'm going to wander over. There's a couple of panels I want to see, a couple of people I want to meet up with, and then meet back up there later today, head into the centre of London and get Andy on the tube for the first time. So he's having some chill out time now. He's got Challenge on the TV, he's got his phone and his iPad and his Switch all around him on the sofa. He is having a whale of a time. I know it feels like I'm pushing it really hard, and obviously we do have an affiliate link, so forget the affiliate link. Don't use the affiliate link today. But for us, Airbnb suits us so much more than hotels, because he's got that bit of extra space. We can come and go as we please. We're more central to where we want to be. It's shaping up to be a really cool trip. Hopefully VidCon doesn't disappoint. I want to go and have a fun couple of hours.
The Emirates airline is currently closed due to the high wind. This is continuously monitored. Please await further updates or return in a short while to complete your journey. Your ticket is not available.
And just like that, a perfectly laid plan, months in the planning, goes down the toilet, because rather than it just being a quick trip across the cable cars and basically already being at the XL, and now I'm stuck on the wrong side of the river. There's no direct tube, so I've actually got to get the tube up to Canning Town, change there, and then get the DLR back down to the XL. So what would have been a 5-minute is now like a 25-minute journey across the tube in the DLR, thus taking what was a perfectly positioned house and making it much less convenient than the good old hotel at Stratford that we always usually use. Plus, quite apart from anything else, Andy was really looking forward to using that. So if it's going to be closed for the weekend, which weirdly, I can see it's still running, but they're not letting people on at the moment. But he wants to go on that, so it'd be a shame if he doesn't get to do that. So I now have to walk past the O2 to get back to to get to the tube. And I thought they were letting people in there. They're not. Ah, this is annoying. guess it is better than the alternative, which is plunging into the Thames, but I like speed. Well, finally, after much messing around, I am in. And there is VidCon London. I'm going to go and have a little bit of an explore. Quick battery change on the microphone later. If the sound was a bit rubbish for a few minutes there, that's why the battery was dying. So luckily my assistant, who shall remain nameless, was still back at the house when I realised the battery had died. So you had to root around in my suitcase and find the spare, didn't you?
I did.
So I've been to the first panel that I was looking to go to, which was very useful and informative. I've got another one coming up in a minute, but how long have you been here now?
Like 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes. And are you having a good time?
It's so small.
It is a much smaller event than last time.
We did it in like a second.
Yeah.
We've already got some candy for us, and now we're eating pasta just because we don't know what to do.
I think what we have to remember, and we talked about this a lot last year, I think we have to remember it's not summer in the city.
I know,
So it's not that kind of event. It's very much an event where you're coming along to meet your favourite YouTubers and not a lot else, because that aside, there's very little here to actually do. But the panels are good. The professional side of it, the creator and the industry stuff, very, very good. But actually, as a fan, as a normal, just coming in to have a day out, I struggled to see how you can do a day.
Yeah. Dad, I'm not happy.
Huh?
I'm not happy.
How's your first VidCon?
I've never seen him more miserable.
And that's us done at VidCon for the day. Just nipped back to pick everybody else up. They've walked off without us because they're young and we're not cool apparently. So we're now heading over. We're what?
I like warmth.
Yes, we're doing our coats up like crazy old people. We're now heading over into the centre of London, Rainforest Cafe, on the way Piccadilly Circus, which will either go one of two ways with Andy. It will either be somewhere he doesn't want to leave and we're stuck there all evening, or he'll just be like, this is really cool. There's buses and bright lights and awesomeness. But I guess it could also be quite overwhelming. It's going to be the busiest London he's seen so far, although he's now had the trip to London we had last year and today and bits of yesterday. We've been very careful to keep him in parts where it's not super busy. For example, not super busy. O2 first thing this morning, not super busy. Piccadilly Square on a Saturday night is going to be super busy. First time entering the tube. It's taking everything in. You want me to vlog it, do you?
Mailman. Man. Daddy. Yeah. It could be open.
Right, it's going to be very busy, so you need to stay close.
There we go.
But should we go into this one now?
Man train.
You're going to have to stand up. Stressful?
Hate it, don't like it at all.
Did you enjoy that, Andy?
Yeah, we've got more train tomorrow.
Well, we've got to go on another one in a minute. We've lost Lucy. Lucy never made it on, apparently. So we were going to wait here and hope she got on the next train. Well, hold on, we're not going outside. Okay. What?
4 minutes ago. Simply that.
Oh, okay, so Lucy is on her way. As you can see, the train was mega busy. We were separated from Andy. We weren't. Me and Amy were like here. Anna, Owen and Andy were a little bit further down, and Lucy never made it on at all. So he did eventually get a seat, but stressful, yeah? Oh, that's a nice breeze.
That's why I was coming here.
Lucy sent the text. She's on the train. She's 4 minutes behind. Okay, now we just have... Oh, yeah.
Watch train, yeah. Say bye-bye, Mom.
Good job it fell out there and not on the train.
Watch train, yeah.
Right, we just got to wait for Lucy on the next one. So did you enjoy that then?
We're waiting.
Is that okay?
He's high.
Yeah, he's very on edge, isn't he? Andy, stand back. So theoretically, Lucy should be on this train. How did you manage that?
I'm so annoyed.
What happened?
Well, when we had to split up, I went to go on one, and and then literally no room, weren't letting me on. So then I went to go where you were, and the doors just shut in front of me.
Wow.
Underground.
Underground.
Yeah, it's coming train from Mark. Yeah.
Which TV is he on?
On left.
YouTube.
2020.
It's Mark on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you decided the underground trains are called Mark. We don't know why.
Yes, that's it.
It's Mark on YouTube. Calm down. You go with Owen.
It is typical that it's the busiest I've ever known it, and it's the first time Andy's having to experience it. Now Lucy and Owen have got on the train that's just left. We couldn't get on it, the four of us are still here, so we'll meet them there. We've already missed our reservation at the restaurant, so yeah, I'm this close to just turning around and going back and ordering Deliveroo. And once again, we are all together again. We are only 3 minutes late for dinner at the moment. We've now just got to find it. On what planet did we think this was a good idea? The sirens are so loud. He's doing okay, but he's very disorientated and just taking everything in and turning himself around, and total sensory overload.
Brutalised.
As you can see, we're back in the house.
And it's not even half.
Yeah, we haven't eaten. Long story short, Amy was robbed outside of the Rainforest Cafe. That will be a story for tomorrow's vlog. I think I'm just going to put it in a separate video, and that will come out tomorrow. She's fine. She's okay. She's just there.
Yeah, I'm good.
But yeah, we'll tell you all about it tomorrow. Thanks for watching, folks.